To see everyone come together in unity and brotherhood as we did in 1995. This march was different. There weren't as many as attendees. It didn't seem to be promoted as well as the march in 1995. And this march was much more inclusive. Women were invited. All people of color were invited. They were representatives from the Native American community. There were representatives from the Latino community that were also allowed. They were not only in attendance at the march, but were also allowed to speak at the podium. So this was a much more inclusive event than the march in 1995.
So how come this particular one, as you say, was inclusive, and the other one, in fact, was exclusive to black men? And yet, the first one was much larger than the one of Saturday, 20 years later.
Yes.
Does it mean that perhaps the conditions have improved, things have changed, or what?
Well, I think you can make an argument on both sides. It's hard to make a statement that things haven't improved when we do have an African American sitting in the White House, okay, effectively operating as the most important and powerful man on the planet. So you can definitely make the argument that things have improved. I think back in 1995, the state of Black America at the time was in turmoil internally. There was many cities and urban centers were struggling with violence and homicides, high homicide rates. And there was a crisis in the black community regarding black men, and Minister Louis Farrakhan decided to call the march and gathering of people, gathering of black men in Washington to focus on our internal struggle for black men to come together in a sense of atonement, to realize and take responsibility of becoming better role models in our community, becoming better fathers, becoming better husbands, becoming better citizens, and taking responsibility for what we do, because we had all of this turmoil within the black community. So I think, and it was the first one of its kind, and so it's often hard to replicate something like that was so grand, that was so massive, and people spoke much longer back then. I believe the speakers went on for 10 hours.